Not, we'll move on to new business. That's the story on the insurance.
I'm just was going to let you know, of course, you know, we've been working on doing these, setting up, doing these physicals and working it out with them. Well, unbeknownst to us, we received a letter from the board in early December from IMWCA telling us that since we had failed to do it in the past, that they wanted to change our insurance classification. We have appealed that process, yet we have not received any response from them. That all came about relatively quickly. I had to respond within a 10-day period of time, so there wasn't an opportunity for me to present it to you earlier. However, we have appealed that consideration, and we've received some positive feedback from them in that process. So,
Well, you have
some positive feedback, but it is no guarantee.
I see.
Mr. Dowling, actually here in town, is actually the president of that board.
Jim is?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Board's out of Des Moines. It's a state board, but he is the president of the board.
Oh, they are.
And he wants to raise our insurance?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? They're basing it all on the fact that we didn't respond to their request
Correct.
to do that,
Correct.
which
was one of the things we talked about in September.
Right.
Was concerned that since in the scenario where we had not done it to this point, there was always a danger that they could come back and try to raise our rates, or of course, basically just stop providing insurance for us. And so we're taking what necessary steps to prevent that from occurring.
I thought that was kind of the consensus that you started doing a few at a time.
Well, and that was part of our appeal is, hey, wait a minute. We had an agreement with your field people on what was allowed, and now your board's going to come in and tell me that what your field rep is arranging with us doesn't matter. I mean, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
So you got something ironed out with the field rep on that? I mean,
Oh yeah, we already had an arrangement with the field rep in the fall before any of this ever occurred. That's a verbal conversation. However, I have received a call back from him, and I know he's been involved in the appeal process.
Hey, Adam,
Yes.
if you just put a water line in out there, I'm sure everything will be handled.
I have no comment.
Put it above ground.
Garden hose. Half-inch garden hose will work.
That's all I really have.
That's all
Just
there
let
is
you
on
know
it.
what. Hopefully by the next meeting I'll have more information.
Okay, so then, I mean, in the meantime, this is kind of what happened before, of course, has what's being done as far as scheduling any of these physicals or...
The money is now being appropriated. I've called around trying to find a little bit better deals than what we were quoted before, trying to make arrangements for it. We were also, part of the agreement we had with the field rep is that if a individual, and this is something I need to talk actually with them about tonight, is that if an individual is also employed and has a physical through their employment, that if they would be willing to share records as a result of that physical with us, we can share that with them, and that qualifies. We would not have to pay for those physicals. So, or at least partially qualify.
Potentially save a lot of money.
Potentially save a lot of money. They also made an agreement with us that they would waive like the chest x-ray and a few other of the more expensive inspections so that we could get it up, understanding that we don't currently have enough funds in our budget to be able to fund those more expensive steps. So they are working with us, and we just need to, I told them that we would hope to start having some physical information to them by the end of March. So
That's what I wondered, what kind of arrangement you had made as far as getting something done. So
we wanted to be able to show them some information by the end of March. That has been relayed to them since the appeal process began.